Hello and welcome to this new video on my channel. Today's video is going to be a more, I wouldn't call it emotional one, but a more real one. Today's topic is going to be how my trips or events changed my life and the lives of some of my friends too. So as all of you guys know, my main business is Exiles, where we organize trips and events for online entrepreneurs worldwide and make sure people have a great time, have a great week, and meet other amazing people. But it wasn't always like that. Roughly 1 year ago, my life still looked like this. I was an agency owner, spending my days at home, working on my agency full time, basically, not leaving my house except for the gym, maybe, or if I went for a walk. So I was pretty lonely. It was just me and some VAs or people who worked for me. I didn't really have too many friends in the online space. So what happened was I joined online networks in order to meet people who are like-minded, who run the same business, people who I could learn from, people I could connect with. And that's what ended up happening. I joined different networking groups. I met up with people in real life. I met great guys. And I started hosting dinners, small events. And then one friend came to me and said, "Hey, bro, why don't we do a monk mode 1 month in south of Spain so we can just focus on scaling our businesses?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's great. Let's do that." So what we then did was we posted a bunch of messages in the different networks we were part of and said, "Hey, we're going to south of Spain for a monk mode. Who's going to come with us?" And what happened was that many people replied and wanted to come. Over 30, 40 guys replied to our message. And what happened was that we rented this huge 8-bedroom villa in Marbella, south of Spain, near Malaga. Had a full-time videographer, had a private chef who cooked the best food for us every single day. It was very amazing. And this month was great. And I was like, dude, this is fun because we had a great time. We met amazing people. We learned a lot from each other in terms of business, but also in terms of like inspiration, had very deep conversations as well. So all in all, it was a great month. And now I was there. Many people saw this on Instagram. I met many people in person as well who then asked me, "Brother, when is the next event?" And at first I didn't plan to host the next event, but after many more people asked, I was like, okay, let's host the next event. And this next event went on to be the Cape Town event, which many people know about because it was all over social media, not just my social media, but all the other guys who were there. It was a perfect storm, basically, because it was my event. So many online entrepreneurs were there. We hosted great mastermind days or mastermind sessions at our villa. We hosted great parties. All in all, it was a great time. And at that time, my agency was really taking off. But at the same time, I was like, dude, I like this event stuff too. And I knew I couldn't focus on both of those at the same time. And while talking to the other people, I decided, okay, you know what? Nobody's really doing this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to build the first or best events management company in the online space. So I closed my agency back in January, roughly half a year ago, and decided to open or to start my events management company. And I then started to view it as a business because that's what it was. And I picked up the book $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi because the previous 2 trips, there wasn't much planning involved. We just went there and then we made the best out of it with no clear structure. I picked up the book and I decided, okay, I'm going to implement everything out of this book, like have a clear client avatar. I exactly know everything because I was my client avatar too, people like me. And then I decided, okay, successful online entrepreneurs, what are the 3 major areas in their lives? Business, personal brand, or content, and fun and experiences, right? That's the most important thing in their lives. And then I really started mapping out like all the benefits I could provide if people come to one of my events for business. For example, like we do a business mastermind, talk about like everyone's business. We see how can we help each other grow with combined forces. Same goes for personal branding, like have a full-time professional photographer and videographer, have personal branding sessions on event and pre-event where everybody can jump on a call with the videographer and the personal branding expert in order to see, okay, how should your brand look like? What kind of content do you want to get out of this trip? Like in general, have everything set for content. And the same goes with experiences. Like what is the coolest shit we can do in order to portray it perfectly on social media so people see we have great lives. So all in all, it was this huge concept with all of those crazy benefits you will experience in on one of my events. And then I started talking to people regarding this new offer basically from the beginning till the end. And people loved it. People were like, oh, yeah, I love this business aspect a lot. That's the most important thing for me. I love the content, the personal branding aspect a lot, blah, blah, blah. And then people always said, I love the experiences. So everybody had like different preferences on those three topics. But what everybody said, like combined, was all of this is great, but what's most important for me is the people who go to the event as well. Like, I don't care if I get great business insights, if the guys who come as well are like some weird people nobody wants to hang around with, or like super weird, whatever. And then I realized like this pattern, and the past month I rethought, like I restructured my whole business and my whole messaging. And I asked myself, what part of my events did really change my life? Because I told in the beginning of this video, like 1 year ago, one year ago, my life looked completely different than how it looks like now. And I asked myself, what is different? And I realized from a business standpoint, learning from people ahead of me is definitely great, but it doesn't really change my life on a huge scale. Because if the people who come to my events, they are already quite successful in business, or let's say successful in business. Same goes for content. I have baller content on my Instagram right now, or I have baller content in general. But did this really change my life? No, it did not change my life. Sure, it has positive aspects, having a cool looking social media, but this definitely did not change my life. I've experienced crazy stuff on my events, like really cool activities, cool stories, everything. But did this really change my life? No, it did not. But what ended up happening, like what changed my life? And I realized it was the people I met and the friendships I made. Because don't get me wrong, a network or a powerful network is not how many people you know. A powerful network is who do you care about and who also cares about you. You could know 1,000 people, but if none of these 1,000 people care about you, it's useless. Like, it won't bring you further ahead in life if nobody cares about you, if you don't have meaningful friendships with those people. So what do I want to say? I want to say that everything, all the benefits I listed out so far are amazing. They're great, brings you ahead in life, but none of this will change your life. What changes your life is people who then become friends. On my trips, on my events, I met guys who are now some of my best friends. I talk to them on an almost daily basis. Like, no matter what I need, I know I can call them, I can text them, and they will help me 100%. And the same goes the other way around. Like, no matter what my friends need, they can come to me and they can be sure that I will help them. And this is truly life-changing, because anything else, as I said, is beneficial, but it is not life-changing. And this is the new thing, or the new way I'm going to I'm going to focus on in my events. It's not, oh, how can we give you the most value from business, from experience and content and all of that stuff. That will still be a focus for sure. But the main focus is, how can we make sure you really grow deep friends in a short period of time with all of these people? It's hard, but it is possible. But that's a topic for another video, like how these events are structured in it specifically. But now what I wanted to say is, I met one friend. He moved to Dubai recently, and he told me, like, for networking in general, it's great. You can go out for a year every single day and meet a new successful business person. It's great. But after a while, you start to realize, that's what he told me, that none of these guys are your friends. They just chill with you because you're at the same city and because you make a lot of money as well. But if you need something, nobody cares about you. And that's the truth. And he said that's really sad because you go there, you think your life will truly change and all of that stuff. It won't, because these people don't care about you. Yes, the level of conversations you might have with them are on a higher level. That's true. But what does it bring you in the end if nobody of these guys cares about you on a deeper level? If you need something, you can't call them. They won't care. They won't call you back. So that is truly what changed my life. Not just the people I met, but the friendships I made on my events. And I really hope that you get this message, because people are so obsessed when it comes to, oh yeah, I have to network with higher level people. I have to have this guy in my network. I have to have that guy in my network and all of that stuff. And I can say I was the same. But imagine you met this guy, and it happened to me that I met those guys that I looked up to. And I met them, and now did my life change? No, it did not change. But I met them. So what? It doesn't really matter. It just matters if this guy starts to care about you too. And this happened with me. And that's what really changed my life. I hope that you got some value out of this video, that you were like, okay, what this guy's talking about really makes sense. And if so, please subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Leave a comment and leave a like. And I see you in the next video. Bye bye.